here, your Thrifty Apprentice. Happy Sunday, and we are about to dive into the 4th week of Thrifty Pastel Month, where the prompt is chocolate. And we have done, I got my coffee here so we can get some work done. Week 1, we used oil pastels. Week 2, we used the water-soluble, or should I say watercolor crayons / watercolor pastels. Week 3, we used water-soluble oil pastels, which are more like oil pastels, just able to be blended with water. And for this week's prompt, I wanted to use a different medium other than a pastel, but use pastel tones instead. As I've told you guys from the very beginning of this challenge, that was always an option. You did not have to use pastels. You could have used any other medium, just using pastel tones, colors, and shades in order to complete the artwork and complete the challenge, hit the prompt. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing today. Today I'm going to be using the Brute Fruner 50 count macaron color pencils in order to pull off a composition that's going to be centered around the prompt for today, which is chocolate. Chocolate. That is the last prompt. Wasn't too bad of a challenge. I mean, it was only 4 prompts, 4 paintings to get through, 4 illustrations, or 4 drawings or sketches, whatever you decided to do. And hopefully you guys have been participating. I've been saying that the whole month. I hope you guys have been participating. I hope you've been posting what you're doing in your pastel work to Instagram on the Thrifty Apprentice page with the hashtag Thrifty Pastel Month. I hope you guys have been tagging me in those. If you haven't, it's not too late. There's only 4 prompts. Today is plenty of time left between now and the very last day of this month to get all of the prompts done, even if you're just jumping on the bandwagon. The whole point is to pick up the medium and to explore it and to try it, especially if you're new to it. That's what this entire deal was for me. Now, there's one other video left to come in just the video release series. And that's going to be a special release video the last day of the month, where I'm going to wrap up everything about pastels that I've discovered, that I've learned. We're going to look back at all of the prompts that I've done. We're going to look back at any artwork I may have done in the background that wasn't shot on camera for Thrifty Pastel Month and that was outside the prompt list, just in order to, you know, delve a little bit deeper into the medium. So with that said, I do not have to swatch these pencils in the pastel swatch book that I created for Thrifty Pastel Month. I've already swatched these pencils. I've been using them for quite some time. They actually sit on my desk in this little pencil holder so that I have easy access to them. I used to have some Prismacolor mixed in here, but I have taken the Prismacolor out and just put them in this little side container. And today's composition, I'm going to be using an array of these pencils mixed with a few, and I do mean a very few, Prismacolor pencils in order to kind of augment the colors. Here is a selection that we're going to be using. But first, let me show you guys the swatch sheet. Now, I have swatched these pencils out on white mixed media paper, or an off-white mixed media paper. This is that Creative Mark Universal paper I normally use. The pencils are really pretty, really bright and vibrant. I've been using them to, you know, do layering work on top of watercolors and gouache and alcohol markers. I used them quite a few times during Inktober in order to enhance the highlights on some compositions. These are not a set of pencils that I would say you should really be attempting to do a full composition with, and I will eventually get around to a review video of these pencils. But I am going to press forward with this particular video, trying to use these pencils as exclusively as possible in this composition, simply because we're doing a prompt for Thrifty Pastel Month, and I would like to keep it as 100 or as close to 100% pastel as I can by using the pastel tones. So yeah, I'm going to be working in this sketchbook that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. This is by Master's Touch. This is a handmade paper. Now, there's not much information on the paper. I actually have a second book. Let me show you guys. There's not much information on the paper. It just says that it is a sketchbook, handmade paper, 6.5 by 9.25 inches. There's 96 pages. It's acid free, and then it lets you know it was produced in 2010, Master's Touch Fine Art Studio, Oklahoma City, and that you can go to Hobby Lobby's website to order it. There is a genuine leather tag in the back to let you know that it's made from Indian buffalo leather. So I picked up 2 of them. They were $16.99, and then they were on sale at that particular point, I want to say for 40% off. So I got a pretty good deal on it, and the paper has been decent. I'm gonna show you something, guys. I've done a few sketches. Now, the first few sketches are actually watercolor sketches, and it handled watercolor pretty well. Hadn't been it's not the best paper for watercolor, but it handles pretty well, and I'm not gonna flip over too much. I tried a glazing technique painting where I was following along with something by Chris Petrie. So I've worked in this book a little bit. So the next thing I'm gonna jump in here and do is today's prompt. So without further ado, and me talking and rambling and babbling on, we're gonna go ahead and jump into today's prompt, and then we'll come back and I'll wrap this video up. right, my friends, there you have it. I finally got that to a point where I was happy and satisfied and was able to kind of walk away from it. As I said in the beginning of this video, this is not a pencil set. I would really say you should set out trying to complete entire composition using just 100% of that macaron set. But in this aspect, due to the subject matter, other than the chocolate, because there are absolutely no colors included in this 50 set that I could have used to really pull off chocolate the way I wanted to. So I did use some Prismacolor pencils for that. However, I did use the cool gray that's in the set in order to try to do some shading and helping with some shadows and definition. I think that worked well. They blended out really well with the Prismacolor black. They worked well with the Prismacolors. I kind of like them with the Prismacolors, honestly. I didn't get the chocolate to the exact level that I wanted, but I think it helped. You can tell what it is, and it fulfilled the challenge where I was able to paint chocolate and still use pastels so it would fit within the realm of Thrifty Pastel Month. So overall, I kind of enjoyed it. This paper is not the best. I'm gonna be honest. This paper I don't think is the best for like having to layer multiple layers of color pencil. I mean, this turned out okay. I think I like it better for the light watercolor washes, honestly. I need to try some other medium on it. I'm gonna try some watercolor pencil on it. Maybe some watercolor crayons. That's the only other thing I can think of. Maybe some Inktense pencils, Inktense blocks, stuff like that. But it's thin, but the fibers are really tightly woven, it seems like. So it handled the water better than I thought, and it's handling the dry media a little bit worse than I thought. I really didn't get that layer the exact way that I wanted to, but I was able to achieve a point. So in that aspect, I'm happy with everything that I used. Guys, hopefully you enjoyed this final video prompt release for Thrifty Pastel Month. Like I said, I'm going to release a special video the last day of the month that's going to truly wrap all of this up. So I'm not going to say goodbye to Thrifty Pastel Month just yet. There's one special video release left coming for that. What I will say is thank you guys so much for joining me. I really enjoyed hanging out and had fun creating around the prompt chocolate using a medium other than pastel, but sticking within the pastel range. So if you saw, heard, picked up on anything that you liked, enjoyed hanging out, enjoyed seeing pastels being used in a sort of a different way, by all means, please give the video a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel and you're returning and you haven't subscribed, go ahead, hit that subscription button, then that notification bell, so you'll know when all of the new content is coming out. Jump in the comment section, let me know what you guys think of this. What did you think of using a different medium other than pastel, but sticking to pastels in order to pull off the prompt? Hopefully that was encouraging and inspiring, and now maybe you will go jump and find one of the prompts that you want to do, regardless of which one it is. That way you can get something done before Thrifty Pastel Month is over. We got until 11:59, the last day of November, before it ends. So guys, you still have time. Share the video. Sharing is caring, and maybe someone else would love to participate. Please check the video description for all of the relevant links. The Facebook group where we do all things artsy and crafty. Guys, I would love to see you guys start to post in there. If you're part of the Facebook group, post your work. Don't be scared. Don't be ashamed. Come on, guys. That's what it's for. We have well over 100 members now, and I would love to see some activity going on. So guys, I try to post on a regular basis and let you guys see what I'm doing. So come on. I encourage some communication in there for real. You can get the most recommended product list, and there is going to be a holiday 2023 gift guide video coming out really soon, guys, so stay tuned for that. Be sure you're subscribed and you've hit that bell so you'll know when that video is coming out, because I will set it as a premiere. And you can also source the links for Etsy and Patreon, where you can support the channel. That allows me to continue to buy all of these products and test and review and put together all these videos and things. And I just love you guys, and I appreciate you so much for hanging out with me. And I really enjoy what I do, and I really enjoy creating videos of art and sharing my art ideas with you guys. I really hope it's inspiring, and I don't know, I'm falling into the Christmas season in spirit, and I'm just feeling a lot of love that I want to share with you guys. So again, thank you so much for joining me here. And remember, as I tell you at the end of every single video, just keep painting and crafting.